All right, what's going on, everybody? It's your good old boy JR coming to you live from Las Vegas, Nevada. As always, it is a pleasure to talk to you guys on this beautiful Wednesday as we wrap up another sports week and we get ready for week 13 of the NFL season. Brendan will be joining us here in a little bit on the Instagram Live at All Sports Podcast. If you want to catch it on YouTube Live, it is the Jack's Wild Sports Show. So me and Brandon, we will get you guys situated for week 13, go over all the games this week, and we'll just wait for his appearance. And there he is. Brandon, what's going on, man?
What's up, man? How you doing?
I am doing great, man. How are you doing?
Man, doing better than the Lakers. Just out here doing good.
That, but number one in the play-in, huh? Yeah.
What do you freaking do? I'm so happy.
Yeah, well, I know. I'm like, I don't know what this whole end season thing is all about. I think it's a waste, but
I don't know what the hell is it. I have no idea.
could you imagine the NFL having an end season tournament? Like what the hell? Like no.
I don't get it.
I don't get it either. I don't. But whatever. I guess it's gonna make the NBA money. Whatever. Have fun with it. Do what you got to do, I guess. But that's not here. That's not here nor there. It is week 13, meaning we are closer to the end of the season than we are to the beginning. So here we are. We got some interesting games. Not a lot of games this week. A lot of teams are on bye for the final week of the bye. There is a lot of teams. So we'll cover all of them. Unless you're a Ravens, Bears, Raiders, Vikings, Bills, and Giants fan, go away. Enjoy your Sunday, man. Enjoy your weekend. Shoot,
Why would
shoot.
you go away? Why would you leave? What's up there? You can't go away.
I can't go anywhere. I'm here doing this. But everybody else, please go away. Just go away. Especially you, Bills Mafia. Go away. You take the week off. Please just take the week off. Like
Take all the analysts and think that the Bills are good.
please take that week off. All right. Like just take that week off.
Watch it. It's not Josh Allen's fault. It's not Josh Allen's fault.
In the metaverse, Josh Allen is 12-0.
Yeah, in the metaverse, he's 12-0, and he has 50 touchdown passes already. I don't know how, but he got 50 touchdowns.
That's it. He's got, so it is what it is. But here we go. We're going to start off with some Thursday night football action as we have the Seahawks taking on the Cowboys. Both teams played last Thursday. And amazing, and the other team did not look as good. Seattle, let's just call it what it is, man. They rolled the dice. They thought Geno was going to be the guy, and it goes to show you, man, you can't discredit whatever happened years ago. It's one great year does not discredit 10 years, and one bad year doesn't discredit 10 years. And the good thing is they can get out of it, and they will be in the market for a quarterback. They will, because I think they realize, yeah, Geno's good, but I don't think he's. Now, could that be the fact of maybe downplay on the offensive line? Could that be downplay of the defense? Maybe. Injuries, maybe. But I think it's safe to say that even with all that, you still have to show something, and he has not. So, and the Cowboys, on the other hand, here we go again, another game where they should win. They're favorite to win. They're going to face a team with offensive deficiencies and defensive injuries piling up. So, Brandon, who do you got, my man? Do you have the Seahawks or do you got the Cowboys?
This might literally be the Cowboys' best win of the season, and it still is not a good win. This might be the best win just because of the record. It still might not be the best win. I got Dallas, but this is. Oh, good God. Tell me how you set up a team. Give me a setup. Please give me a setup. This is, oh, my God. I have to hear Buffalo's good. Josh Allen's not the problem at Buffalo. And I got to hear Dak Prescott is amazing. Plays against absolutely no fucking team. in the season anymore. Like what I posted today, the record that Dak Prescott has against all these teams. Yes, Dallas looks amazing against teams that's literally already in.
Well, let's be fair. The Chargers have elite talent. They just have a disappointing coaching. That's all it is.
That's the owner's fault, not the damn team's fault. That's the owner's fault. He needs to know, hey, bro. And it seems like that is about to come to their reckoning for Brandon Staley. Thank the Lord, because Justin Herbert does not deserve this shit. Now that is an elite quarterback. Now that is an elite quarterback. Dak Prescott is not. But he's going to win this game because Seattle sucks. It's not because Dallas is great. It's not because Dallas is some overwhelmingly favorite. Seattle is absolutely garbage. Like, this is a bad situation. I'm Pete Carroll's going to keep his job. Congratulations. But you're going to check his first year without Tom Brady. He got some playoffs. Well, kind of. But he got at least an 8-9 record. Your first year, you got some playoffs.
And here's the thing. It's going to be 2 years in a row that, the Seahawks, they could have separated themselves and they blew it again.
Yeah.
I got the Cowboys on this one.
It's not just losing to San Francisco. It's the way you lost to San Francisco. You barely had a first down in the first half. You could not move the ball. That's a problem. Like that's bad. That's not. And you're at home. It's a way different conversation. If you're on the road and it's Thanksgiving and it's San Francisco, you're at home and you had literally 18 yards total offense before halftime. What the fuck is that? That's not good.
No, it's not. And again, credit to these defensive coordinators that are figuring it out that, hey, maybe, and yeah, there's a reason that, Seahawks general managers are going to be here in Vegas on Friday. They were there at the, they were at USC. They were in North Carolina because, they were at Oregon because, there's a quarterback, Michigan, because there's quarterbacks out there that, hey. So, just a thought. But, yeah, I got the Cowboys in this one too, only because of the fact that, are they the better team than Seattle right now? Sure. Yeah, of course. And really what it's going to come down to, it's going to be a Washington repeat again. You're going to place an offense that just has no depth, and the defense just is it's bad. It's going to show that it's bad. And then, it is what it is. And that's the thing. Dallas, they're going to feel good because it's like, okay, now what do you have to say now? We beat a Seattle Seahawks team.
Okay, to the casual media that, like you say all the time, look at the team and not the game. Yes, Dallas puts up 45 points. You're going to be like, look at how great Dallas was. But did you look at who they played? Did you not look at who they played? This is not a good team. Seattle,
it's like, yeah, the Dallas Cowboys beat the Giants by 40. Yeah, almost everybody has in this damn league. Like, almost damn near everybody has been scoring 30 to 40. Well, except the Patriots. But,
I've seen the Raiders put up 30 points on the fucking Giants. It can happen.
Like, putting up 40 is not that hard.
I don't know what the Saints. We played them in like 2-3 weeks in New Orleans. I don't know about the Saints, but yeah, I saw the Raiders.
It's just, listen, guys, the teams that they're winning, it's just, okay, cool.
Don't tell the media that they're wrong about the Cowboys and that when they play the Eagles next week, they might get their ass whooped. Don't tell the media that. Let them think the Cowboys are such a great football team, and when they get in the playoffs, they're going to disappoint the shit out of you.
It's like, oh my God, look at the Cowboys destroying the Panthers. Yes, and so has everybody else so far in this whole season. So I don't know what to tell you guys. You guys are going to get the Seahawks, who are just tired. They're done. Are they going to make the playoffs? Yeah. Are they going to do anything? No. It's going to be the same thing again. Here they are. Hey, you overpassed limitations. You exceeded everybody's expectations to get back into the playoffs. Cool. So it's not a fluke that the Seattle Seahawks made the playoffs last year. Great. They're going to get in this year. Why? Because I think everybody else is just going to falter. Are they going to do anything? No, not really. No, not really. Um. So yeah, give me the Cowboys over the Seahawks here. Was a quarterback that had more memes than wins, and the Chargers, well, they got destroyed by Baltimore, which we said it was going to happen. Not be it's terrible. It's just straight terrible, man. It's bad. Um, um so I mean, here's the thing. It's funny to me to look at the Chargers and be like, there's no way that's their record with the names they have. Like, there's no way. But here we are. And then you look at the Patriots and you're like, yeah, I could see why they're this because they're pretty bad, man. They're pretty bad. So, Brandon, you have the Chargers winning in this one, right?
Of course. Oh my God, I feel bad. I feel bad for Justin Herbert. I feel real bad for Justin Herbert because this man has come into the league and look at who the fuck has been his head coach. This is terrible. This is horrible. Like this, I don't know what the fuck they were thinking when they hired Brandon Staley. Yes, I do. He had Aaron Donald. He had Jalen Ramsey. He had Leonard Floyd. He must be a great head. He must be a great head coach. He had those guys. No, they had incredible talent with the Rams.
Oh, don't forget Von Miller. Don't forget Prime.
Yeah, Von Miller. Oh yeah, and Eric Waddle. Like, like, come on, man. Like, bro, seriously? Like, no. He's not a great head coach. But because the Patriots are so goddamn that the Chargers can lose.
I bet the Charger players are like going to. We're gonna have to do the impossible then. We're gonna have to lose. I think that'll be such a bigger challenge for the Chargers. Is not beating the Patriots. It's how do you lose to the Patriots? Like that's good. That is Paul Crew and just be like, my ankle hurts. I don't see nothing wrong with it. Well, it hurts. Well, it hurts. It hurts. I think that'll be. I think that'll be such a bigger challenge. Is the Chargers losing to the Patriots than the Chargers beating the Patriots, and that's the thing. The Chargers are going to win. I got the Chargers too. It's just. And the thing is, here's the thing. You think the next head coach of New England is like, man, I hope New England loses every single game. I really need a quarterback in there. Yes, I said it. The new head coach of New England. Yes, I said it. Because why the hell do you want to give Bill Belichick another quarterback to ruin? Why? Why do you want to do that? He ruined Mac Jones. He tarnished the relationship with Tom Brady. Drew Bledsoe hates his guts. And he shipped off Jimmy G and Matt Castle. Yeah, why do you want him to ruin another quarterback?
I can't sit up here and say he shipped off Matt Castle and Jimmy G for no reason. Tom Brady was like, yeah, dude, I'm not having this shit. You got them out of the fucking building. So let's not act like Tom Brady didn't have something to do with those two.
Of course, but at the same time, it's like, really?
He gave the man no future, pretty much. So that's probably why he started the goddamn relationship. He's like, fuck you, I'm tired of this shit. You gave me no future. Just in case your ass get hurt again, I have no future. Because you. Like, nah, listen, man. Listen, Patriots are what, fourth in the draft right now?
They could be. I mean, they're in there. Oh, they're in there somewhere.
What's the move to the Giants, motherfucker. That is terrible.
Because right now, I think it goes Chicago, Arizona, possibly New England. So you think the new head coach is like, man, these teams better not fucking win. No more. You can't win no more because the new head coach of New England's going to be like, hey, Mac, I got to get my guy.
I don't know who the hell you're going to get as a head coach. Not as a quarterback. Because if you keep Bill Belichick, he's clearly going to draft the slowest goddamn quarterback in the entire fucking draft. Like, he's going to draft somebody that can't run. Just cannot run my knees. Like, he's going to literally pick.
He's going to pick.
Like, this dude is going to pick the most
How did he do? Like, how did he do? He ran a 4.6 too fast. How about this one? Ran a 4.6 too fast. What about this one? 5.2. That's my guy. That's my guy. Like, that's my guy. That's my guy. No. So the Patriots, I don't think they can afford another win because for the benefit of the future of New England and for Robert Kraft's sake, the new head coach is gonna want his guy because like I know you're at home, but find a way to like get lost in the hotel room or something. Like find a way to get back into your cars and go home. Like the fire alarm was going on all night. I know. I slept through it. I know. My bad. Yeah, I got the Chargers on this one. Like I said, it's just what it is. Next up, we have the Lions taking on the Saints. The Lions, disappointing loss on Thanksgiving Day to the Green Bay Packers. And the Saints, well, I don't know what to tell you, bro. I really don't. Like, and here's the thing, Carolina is still not mathematically out. Like, they can actually still host the playoff. And, like, that's the NFC South, folks. That's the NFC South. Carolina is not mathematically out. Oh, it's going to be great. It's going to be great. But, Brandon, who do you got in this one? Do you have your Saints or do you have the Lions on this one?
It's my Saints versus my Lions. And it's never been so goddamn easy. I'm going to Detroit. Like, yeah. It's never been so goddamn easy. I'm going to Detroit. The Saints literally have no receivers. First of all, they're in concussion protocol. I don't even know if Rashid Shaheed is even playing because of a hamstring injury. Michael Thomas is on IR. Oh, yeah, Marshawn Lattimore is on IR, so who the fuck is going to guard Amon-Ra St. Brown? I have no clue. And Detroit is pissed. They just lost a game they should have probably won. Like, clearly should have won that game. But
the good thing is that Minnesota lost too, so it's like, okay, you're still good.
And you're going to be the third seed. The thing about this is the best thing for Detroit is the fact that you don't have to play the San Francisco 49ers, and you play Dallas this year. So technically, you can still get the second seed. So congratulations, Detroit. I think these last 2 weeks, Detroit has kind of been self-doubting themselves. Like, are we really that fucking good? And I think that comes with the fact that they haven't had the success like that yet. That they haven't understand that, but they know they're good. They just have to get out of their own funk. They just have to get out of their own way, basically. I hear people trying to make Detroit like, they can't pass rush. They can't do this. Detroit's been 8-3 this whole fucking season. Stop trying to move the goalpost because Detroit, you're not used to Detroit being the fucking team that they are. Stop it. Can we stop that? I'm tired of people trying to move the goalposts for one thing because you don't understand it, but yet you scream every fucking week about Dallas beating absolutely no one. Shut the fuck up. Like, why are you doing this? Like, do not talk about football in that sense because it seems like you just are trying to figure out a way to make yourself sound stupid. It's the craziest shit. Like, Josh Allen is elite, but Jalen Hurts needs to fix some shit. What the fuck are you looking at? Trevor Lawrence is the best quarterback, but C.J. Stroud is just a rookie. I can tell by C.J. Stroud being a rookie is better than Trevor Lawrence, and he's been in the league 3 fucking. It doesn't say the fucking genius. So
Put it like this. Put it like this. Trevor Lawrence and Kenny Pickett have the same amount of touchdowns. And CJ Stroud has already surpassed Kenny Pickett. And Kenny Pickett's been in the league for about a year and a half.
Trevor Lawrence been in the league for 3 fucking years. 3 years. When have we ever sat here and said Trevor Lawrence is the best damn quarterback in the AFC South? What the fuck? What the hell are you going to call that?
All I can say is, thank God, Houston, still has a ways to go to build, because the second they build that, yeah.
Well, Trevor Lawrence better hope and pray nobody goes to Houston doing his awesome. His ass ain't winning that division. Ooh, Thompson. But here's the thing with Detroit. They're a better team than New Orleans. It's not even close. Like, I'm not even about to sit up here and act like New Orleans is great. This is literally, I've said this already. Detroit's going to beat us, and then the next couple of weeks are really the same season. If you do not win any of those games after this Sunday, Dennis Allen, Pete Carmichael, and the whole damn team need to get fired. That is ridiculous. How the fuck you lose the division?
Let me ask you this. Did it hurt a little? Did it hurt that a defensive tackle caught up to Derek Carr to fumble the ball? 9 years, bro. 9 years.
It wasn't just a fumble because his dumb ass should have slid. I don't know what the fuck. He took the goddamn slide. He got the first. I don't know why he kept running. But, it wasn't just that. It's the fact that they know he sucks at throwing the ball in the red zone. And yet you want to throw the ball in the red zone. I have no idea how the hell that makes any sense.
But Brandon, all I heard from Carr fans was you got to give him a defense and everything will fix itself. Yeah. Anyway, next game, we got the Falcons and the. Yeah, it's fucking. I mean, what do you want me? What do you want me to say, bro? Like, I don't know. I don't want. I mean, what do you want me to say, dude? Like, look, you said everything that I was gonna say. You got Marshawn Lattimore on IR. You got Michael Thomas on IR. Alvin Kamara hates Derek Carr's guts. Like, he hates his guts. Like, he hates his guts. Chris Olave is in concussion protocol. Don't even know he's going to play. Rashad Reed, we don't even know he's going to play. Yeah, bro, we're good, bro. We're good. You want to know how you fix your red zone problems? Just leave Taysom Hill at quarterback. Just leave him in there. Just. Oh, no, dude. I could tell you it's true. You want to know why? Same thing here in Oakland and Vegas. I've seen it, bro. I went to a training camp last year with Derek Carr as a starting quarterback. He threw a pick. You know who he was upset about? Josh McDaniels was upset at Josh Jacobs for not picking up the block. So there you go, bro. It's everybody else's fault but that man's fault. So anyway, yeah, I got the lines. Anyway, Falcons and Jets. We're talking about two teams here that desperately need this win. Like, they desperately need this win to feel, not just for playoff implications, just for them to feel good about themselves. The Falcons got a nice win against New Orleans, and the Jets, if you thought the butt fumble was bad, did you see the fell pick six? You want to know what I call that? I call that no effort from the receivers, the tight ends, or there was no effort. I call that effortless. How do you let a man intercept that at the 2? No, at the 1. I'm sorry. Yes, at the 1. And you run it back 99 yards. You want to know what I say? You know who I blame that on? Coaching staff. No effort. You want to know how I know a team has given up? Right there. No excuses. None. You can't say, well, it's not like we didn't have anybody to catch up to. You had all your fast receivers out there. You had your offensive linemen to block for you. And you're telling, and it's not like they rushed 8 to get the picks, to get that interception. Come on. Like, come on. Brandon, who do you got and why?
I have a lineup. Not confidently, but the Jets suck. The Jets absolutely fucking suck. Like, that is. Aaron Rodgers is back for the Jets fans that don't know. And if he comes back and plays this season, he needs to be checked for steroids. There's no way in fucking hell.
Steroids, mental, everything.
He needs to be checked for fucking steroids. There's no way in fucking hell. You pop your Achilles. We see you pop your Achilles. And you come back in 4 months? No. 2 months. 3 months. September, October, 3 months.
Well, yeah, the 21 window. So I mean, be realistic though. He's got 21 days. Listen, I think it's all a show. And here's the thing. That's cool if the Jets want to keep Robert Saleh, if they want to keep everybody aboard and everything. Just do me a favor though. I know Jet fans are screaming, "Well, let's get Davante Adams from the Raiders." Fix your O-line first. Fix your offensive line first.
I'm going to say something that people don't want to hear. It needs to be said. They just need to trade Aaron Rodgers. If you can trade him, trade him. Get him the fuck out the building because your owner, and he's going to listen to him. He's the only guy that will actually sign Alan Lazard and think he's going to fit the fucking team in Randall Cobb. What sense that? Like, you have no reason to sign.
Listen, I'm not opposed if the Jets want to give us a ransom for Davante Adams because I'll be. And I'm like, you want to give us what? Listen, Davante, I love you, man. But there's some wide receivers coming out in this draft class where, it's intriguing. Malik Javers, Keenan Coleman. There's some good receivers, bro.
I'm pretty sure, and I'm dead ass serious, I'm pretty sure y'all can fleece the fuck out the Jets. I'm pretty sure y'all can fleece the Jets to CJ Mosley.
Could you imagine? Okay, fine. We'll give you Davante. Give us your first, and also throw in Jermaine Johnson and CJ Mosley in there. Yeah! And I will be sitting there going, hey, yeah! Listen, I'll miss Davante, but listen, man, you're here temporary. I'm here as a fan for life. I need this.
The Jets are that stupid that they'll do it.
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers comes back this season. This motherfucker needs to test steroids.
Here's the thing: the fact that the Jets opened up the IR window after the man popped his Achilles, literally 12 weeks ago, tells me who's really in charge of that team, and he's closer to retirement than he is starting his career. Yeah, give me the Falcons again. Not like you said, not confidently, but the Jets are just. Yeah, I know the Panthers own the number 1 pick. I know the Panthers are god awful. But the Jets are right there, man. They're right there, bro. Trevor Siemian is the is the backup. You know what's fucked up? When I heard Trevor Siemian's name last week as the backup, I'm like, it is so good to see you, bro. How are you? How have you been? How was retirement treating you? I've been with the Jets for 2 years. Get the fuck out of town. Get the fuck out of here. Like, get the fuck out of here. You've been here? Oh my God. How are you, bro? How are you doing, man? It's so good to see you. Man, I miss you in that Bronco uniform. Well, see you later. Well, see you later, man. A classic John Elway quarterback. Tall as fuck, and that's about it. I miss John Elway as a GM, man. I really fucking do, bro. I really do. Anyway, yeah, give me the Falcons. Next up, we have the Cardinals taking on the Steelers. The Cardinals, hey, look, man, they're trying. A for effort is the best way I can put it. A for effort. That's all I got. And the Steelers, well, They actually looked like a normal offense on Sunday. Did you see that? Against a Browns defense. So give it up. Give it up. Yeah, give it up. Yeah, give it up. Give it up. Yeah, they actually look like a regular offense, which is great. So give it up for the Steelers, everybody. Yeah. All right. All right. You got the Steelers winning this one, though, because it is the Cardinals, right?
Oh God, yeah, got the Steelers. Shit, 400 yards finally. They hit over the 400 yards.
Like, do you think there's a way we can know, like, if their game has add up to all the yards they've done the previous 12 weeks? Like, how close do you think it is?
Check the stats of how they said they big outgained the entire year. So they hit 400 yards. So that's congratulations. Let's really see how far away they are. It's like when you count overdraft, you're like, okay, how much I need to put in to get to a positive balance.
Like, how much? Like, and I bet you they're not that far off, bro. They're really not that far off. So, my God. Yeah, and I got the Steelers too, only because of one reason, and that's their defense. The Arizona offense is not ready for the Steelers defense. That's what it's going to come.
I think we need to have a conversation because I'm getting tired of people being like, if I was Arizona, if I was Chicago, I would get a whole new quarterback. Really? You want to bring them into a bad organization and gonna fix shit in the next 2 years, and you want to go bring in a new quarterback that really might not work out any fucking way because they're not going to be ready. Listen, not everybody's CJ Stroud. Most of them are Bryce Young. You're going into a really shitty situation, and it's not going to be fixed right away.
The only reason the CJ Stroud pick worked is because Houston actually had some help offensively. And that's not even saying much. I mean, their best receiver is Tank Dell some days, Nico Collins another, Dalton Schultz another, and their best running back is a split carry between Dameon Pierce and Devin Singletary. Other than that, that offense is all CJ Stroud. Oh, man.
Just keep Justin Fields. Keep Kyler Murray. You already have a franchise quarterback. You're already paying him a fucking load of money.
Well, you're not paying Justin Fields yet. And here's the thing. As much as you say that the Jets are stupid enough to trade or to do all this, I bet you the Bears are stupid enough to actually trade Justin Fields. And I get it. Did he have a bad outing against the Minnesota Vikings? Yes. But what other quarterback hasn't had a bad outing against that Minnesota Vikings defense? Now, did they fuck up at the end? Yes. 100% they screwed it up at the end. That's not even a question. Here's the thing. The Bears would be stupid enough to trade away Justin Fields. And I'm all for it.
You know what's crazy? Justin Fields led a game-winning drive at the end of that game. He did.
Yeah.
Kicked the field goal, won the game. I didn't hear not a motherfucking soul speak on how he led a game-winning drive after 2 consecutive turnovers on 2 straight drives. Gave up the lead. I didn't hear one person say he led a game-winning drive.
How shitty is it for Minnesota that they scored the only touchdown in the game and they still lost? That's putrid. That's putrid.
I didn't hear not a soul speak on Justin Fields turning the ball over twice, yes. But then he led them on a game-winning drive. I didn't hear one person say. All they wanted to do was bring up all the things he did wrong.
He's had 35 turnovers and like, I get it.
That can't be Trevor Lawrence. Like Trevor Lawrence had did exactly what Justin Fields did. Led a game-winning drive, won the game. Y'all would have been pissing y'all pants, screaming how great it is.
Exactly. Yeah, that's all I can really. I mean, yeah, to me, it's just what it is right now. In this game, however, yeah, the Steelers defense, they're just going to embarrass that Arizona offensive line. Their sights is now. Here's the thing, though. The Ravens have the bye, and the Steelers need this game. Like, they really need this game because from then on, It's just a matter of, okay, we got to keep it going now. We have to, at that point. Now, I'm not saying that the Browns can't be in the conversation too because they're still in it. However, it's good. It's harder for the Browns to get the number one than it is the Raven. And so, not to say that the Browns can't make the playoffs. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I feel so bad for whoever has to host the Browns at that point. Like, that's gonna be great.
Well, right now, what will they be? They'll be the 6th seed. So they'll be playing against Miami.
I mean, like, oh, Miami, you're high flying, huh? It would be one of those two. Could you imagine? It's like, oh, Miami, you think you're so high flying? All right, score on this team.
Miami might be the only team to lose to a rookie quarterback.
Well, it could be Joe Flacco too. I don't know. I don't know. Joe Flacco's back, by the way. We'll get to that right now. But look, yeah, I got the Steelers on this one. Next up, we got an AFC South division matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Tennessee Titans. The Colts just keep finding ways to win. They just find ways to win. I don't know how, but they're finding ways. And unfortunately, they're gonna have to do it without Jonathan Taylor because he unfortunately is hurt. The Tennessee Titans, yeah, yes, they wish every week they could play the Carolina Panthers. They so wish that right now. But this week they got the division rival Indianapolis. So Brandon, who do you got? Do you got the Colts or do you have the Titans?
I got the never die Colts. I got the Colts, man. Tennessee is stupid, and if they fire Mike Vrabel, then he is going to walk right into New England, which is going to piss me off because I want him to be my next head coach. This is going to piss me off because I want him to be my next head coach. The Colts are going to win this game, and it's not because they're better than the Tennessee Titans, because the season for Tennessee is over. It's over. They really have no chance of winning the division, which is crazy to say because that division is still up for grabs. But they're the only team that I don't think can actually win the division. I'm not saying that they can't. I'm just looking at them. I'm saying they don't have it. They don't have it. Now, Will Levis, yes. Can he be a starting quarterback maybe next year? Yeah, we're going to have to do it on a whole other regime. So we should see how that looks. And would DeAndre Hopkins maybe say, hey, I want out too, and maybe go to New England with, Mike Vrabel, and maybe Derrick Henry too. But it feels like a Tennessee Titans team that they need to hit the restart button. They need a fresh start. Like, they need to.
Yeah, I mean, and here's the thing. I mean, they were good for a few seasons, and it worked out for them. And then it just died, and that's what happens. That's the NFL. You're on top 1 minute, and then you get it bounced the next. It happens.
If the Colts somehow, someway, I'm not saying win the division, but if they somehow, let's say the Browns do fall off at some point, or Pittsburgh, somebody, what if they make it to the playoffs? I gotta say it, and I gotta be honest. Their head coach got to be in the coach of the year conversation.
You took this job knowing damn well that there was no expectations, like at all. Like nobody expected you to do anything. In your first year, you made it to the playoffs with Gardner freaking Minshew.
And Jonathan Taylor in and out the lineup. And you release one of your best defensive players in the middle of the goddamn season.
Like the smack middle of it. Like
how do you make the playoffs?
It's either that somebody fell off or the rest of the conference was bad. Or both can be true at the same time. However, yeah, I'm going to go with the Colts on this one because I really here's the thing. The Titans are in a prime position to get a really good pick in next year's draft. And now that the underclassmen there are some students that have started to declare for the draft, which I'm very excited about. Now I get to be like, okay, who's really coming out? I saw the Spencer Rattler. Now, not to say that I'm all up on the hype train of Spencer Rattler, but he's coming out. All right, he's coming out. He's declared. But there are some others who are just waiting for their bowl games to be done. I can tell you this. I know the safety from Miami, Kitchens, he's already declared. And he's, one of the high prospect safeties, which I'm very proud of. And it's going to suck that we're going to lose him, but I wish him all the best on his journey to the NFL.
Is it both like both defensive ends from Illinois both coming out?
Yeah, both defensive linemen from the yeah. So a lot of students are starting to declare. Now, Caleb Williams is the only one where it's like it's a game time. Motherfucker, you coming out.
Caleb Williams is coming out.
You're like, you don't gotta play with me, bro.
Caleb Williams is coming out.
Like, you ain't gotta play with. That's like if Drake May would be like, you know what? I just don't know. Now, Quinn Ewers, right now, he's saying that he plans to return to Texas, which honestly, that really wouldn't be a bad idea for him. It really would not be a bad idea.
It really would. I don't suggest it because you're gonna probably lose your job to Archie Manning.
But if you want to go back, hey, because let's put it like this. This year's quarterback draft class, it's pretty deep. Like it's looking like it's gonna be a pretty deep quarterback draft class.
and that's probably why you want to go back.
Next year, not as crazy, not as deep. You might have a shot to where if you do really well, hey, you're already projected to go in the first prior to the season starting. Why not?
Him and Jalen Moreau will be battling for fucking number one.
Like, goddamn. And right now, I'll be honest with you, I would probably take Jalen Milroe right now, to be honest with you, if that was my only option.
And Becky from Georgia.
So, as you can see, just a little thought. But yeah, I'm going to take the Colts on this one only because of the fact that I just think Tennessee is done too. I like defensively what Tennessee brings to the table. It's just after that trade that they did for Kevin Byard to Philadelphia, it's just so like it's rough, man. It's rough, and I do agree that maybe it is time for the Titans to kind of do like a restart and try to salvage. And it's gonna hurt for probably like 2-3 seasons, but I'm sure the payoff would be great. It's just it hurts because they had a shot, it didn't work out, and that was kind of the end of it.
I think with Tennessee is because they're going to see 3 teams in the division look like they can make the playoffs every year, and that's probably why they don't want to do the remake or whatever. Like they don't want to hit the restart button. But out of those 4 teams, you're the one team that has to figure it out right now. Like you have to get it right. Like you every team has a franchise quarterback. Now, jury still out on Anthony Richardson, but we kind of see that. Nah, that's a franchise quarterback. They got something with this kid. And regardless of how Tennessee probably wants to move with Mike Vrabel.
Put it like this. You can't look good for Will Levis. You can't look great one game. Look okay against Pittsburgh when Pittsburgh had no offense. And then totally crap the bed against Tampa Bay. That just doesn't give me any confidence at all.
And it also goes to they don't know how to build an offensive line. That offensive line has been great for so many years, and now it's kind of like you got to rebuild it, and they can't do it. They can't figure it out.
Yeah, give me the Colts here. Next up, we have the Dolphins taking on the Commanders, Miami. Impressive win over the Jets. Kudos to them. And they are one step closer for making me look like a genius when I picked them to win the AFC East. It is great. So great. And here's Washington. They're going to make me look like a genius too when they finish 4th after that debacle again on Thanksgiving. So, Brandon, you have the Dolphins, right?
I got the Dolphins because they're playing against absolutely the worst team in the NFC. and that's with a division with the Giants.
Like, the Giants are in that division. I love how, by the way, did you see that Ron Rivera conference? We're going to take it a week at a time. Yeah, because we got no choice, motherfucker. Once week 18's over, you out, motherfucker.
He is going to get so fired. He's getting so fired.
Like, here's the thing. You traded 2 defensive ends. And your first move was, we got to fire Jack Del Rio because he did. if I'm Jack Del Rio, I'll be like, man, fuck you too. I'll see you soon, motherfucker.
I'm gonna fire Jack Del Rio because he had to trade Montez Sweat and Chase Young. What the fuck are you talking about, sir? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Like, oh my god, look, yeah,
Oh my god. Yo,
that's tough, man. It's
it
tough.
hurts itself. It really does.
This shit does write itself, bro. It really does.
Like, good God Almighty. And Miami gets to play against a team that they should beat. Like, they should easily beat this team. Until they play against, Kansas City or Baltimore or or Houston or, somebody that can actually compete with them and then they're going to be like, oh, shit.
They always say, you got to play to the competition of your level. Well, if you're, the competition of your level is teams under 500, then hey, congratulations. You just play. I guess Alex Smith was right. You're playing in the most uncompetitive division in NFL history. I mean, he wasn't lying, apparently.
The best thing for Miami is the worst thing for Miami. The AFC sucks. The best thing for Miami is the AFC sucks. The worst thing for Miami, the AFC sucks. Like, this is kind of the problem. Like, you don't have any competition to even push yourself. And when you did early in the year against Buffalo, you lost. It's just like, man, Miami is such a goddamn head-scratching team, just like Dallas. They're literally two teams that just beat on the worst teams, and everybody wants to sit up there and throw them a pity party and say, yeah, they're the best team. They jumped off that Miami train. I don't know why the fuck they still jumped off the Dallas train. That is literally...
Yeah, Dallas is Dallas. Everybody's going to love Dallas until they lose.
Like, what are you watching? It's the same fucking thing you're screaming about Dallas. What are you watching?
It's just Dallas. Everybody loves Dallas, and that's just what it is. So that's all right. Yeah, I got the Dolphins too. Listen, I got the Dolphins too, only because, man, if you thought scoring 70 points was amazing, imagine doing it twice. I would not be shocked, bro. That's probably what it's going to take to fire Ron Rivera. Hey, guys, you want to expedite the firing of Ron Rivera? Well, we're going to have to do something that's never been done before. Give another team a 70-pointer and let them score 50 in the first half. Like, we got to do it.
Miami sucks on the road, which is another thing that people want to talk about. Miami sucks on the road. They're
Cool. They'll host a playoff game in week 1. They'll win that one or whatever. If it's not Cleveland, they'll beat that. But then guess what? They'll probably have to go on the road again. They'll probably have to go on the road on, the divisional. And it's like, well, you're either going to have to play Baltimore or Kansas City. And it's like, well, hey, you had a good run, right? Like, it was fun, right?
and then you just lost your best pass rusher. Yeah, it's not
You had a great run, man. Just take it for what it is. Yes, give me the Miami here. So this is actually a pretty interesting game. I'm actually surprised that they flexed it to... I'm very surprised that they flexed it because I think it would have been a perfect afternoon game to talk about prior to the Sunday Night Football game. But it is what it is. Broncos and Texans. The Broncos are riding high after being left for dead in the water. And the Texans are still in there. Like, they might have lost to Jacksonville, but they're hanging tough, man, to try to make this playoff push. And I condemn them for that. So, Brandon, who do you got? You got the Broncos or you got the Texans? Oh, this is a tough one. I know. I had to think about this too. I was like,
This might be my game of the week. To be honest, this might be my game of the week.
Oh, it's mine. I'll tell you that right now. This is mine because it's like I'm looking at everybody else and I'm like, there's no game I would rather watch right now than the Denver Broncos taking on the Houston Texans. Everything else, I can watch it on Red Zone. We're good. We're good.
Imagine a couple of weeks ago when we first started this, and we were saying Denver and Houston is going to be a match we need to watch. That's the game.
If we would have said that like 5 weeks ago, people were like, ask the FBI to like raid our houses for like drugs and heroin or like some bullshit. Nah, we're being honest with you folks. This is going to be a really good game. I don't know what else to tell you.
Literally can decide who's going to be the last playoff spot.
Because it's like this. Not to say that Denver can't catch Kansas City. Not saying that they can't. It's just going to be a little bit tougher. It's going to be a little tough. And I'm not saying that Houston can catch Jacksonville because that's not tough.
I believe in that one way more.
Yeah. But one of these two teams, like, they're going to look back and be like, man, if we would have just beaten X on week 13, we'd probably be in a position to be in the playoffs right now.
Somebody's gonna be 6-6, somebody's gonna be 7-5, and that's a very
This late in the game, that's a very important deal. So, Brandon, who do you got? The Broncos or the Texans?
I got Houston, man.
Woo!
And they're at home, that's one thing, but also despite how Denver has been winning, they haven't really done what Russ, Sean Payton looks like they can do.
Right.
And
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna start now. Like CJ Stroud, I'll play Trevor Lawrence, despite what people want to say. Yeah, I'll play Trevor Lawrence. Got him to the bad. If his offensive line coach just hold up for just 2 plays, that field goal gets made, and they're going overtime, and anything happens.
You think Houston's looking back on this and be like, man, we probably should have taken Icky or Charles Cross with that number 3 pick?
I probably would have. Nah, because you still got Will Anderson. I mean,
well, no, I'm talking about the year that they took Derek Stingley in the like.
Oh yeah, 3rd pick.
I mean, or you know, it's like, oh man, imagine if we would have had Sauce Gardner or something, or Charles, like. See, that's the thing I hate him, and we'll get to it. You know, it's just like, dude, it doesn't matter. It's like, dude, he's the best player on the like. Be honest with yourself. You really had your board, and you said that Derek Stingley was better than Sauce Gardner, Charles Cross, all these motherfuckers. Like, really, really, okay. And that's why the old regime died.
I got Houston. I just feel like right now, CJ Stroud is just a better.
Oh yeah, go Lakers. Yeah.
You beat Detroit.
I know. That's let's say that's like we beat the Detroit Pistons. Go Lakers. That's like Baltimore beating up on Carolina and just going, oh yeah, we showed the Panthers. You guys beat Carolina. Chill, folks. Chill. That would be like the 49er fans beating, like saying, like, oh man, we beat the Panthers. Yeah, you're supposed to. Yeah, you beat the Giants. Yeah, you're supposed to. I'm over here like, we beat Detroit. Yeah. Yay. I was like, yes, we didn't screw this one up. Yay. Like, it's such a bullshit right now. It is bullshit. Like, I saw that right now and I'm like, oh wow, D'Angelo Russell had a nice stat line. I wonder how many minutes he. God damn, that's bullshit. Everything that was supposed to go for the Lakers went their way, and everything that went wrong for Detroit went wrong for fucking Detroit. Like, that was it. Like, that was. Yeah, I know what happened. LeBron and AD said, hey, we're done for the night. Get in there. Get your ass in there. Me personally, I'm gonna go with the Broncos in this game. I finally, yeah, I was waiting to see if we were gonna have one game where we're gonna disagree, and this is it. I'm actually gonna go with the Broncos on this one. Yeah. Is it a scary pick? Yes, because despite them winning, let's be real, they still give up a ton of yards. Like, let's be real, they still give up a ton of yards on the ground, rushing. Do they score the most points? No, but they're doing everything right. I think it's one of those things where I always say I rather have um I really than a pretty loss. Denver's doing right now. As long as Denver's winning, I don't think people are really going to care how they win. Now they should, because when it comes to playoff time, it's like, oh, what happened to Denver? It's like, no, this is the everybody, because everybody, like, listen, Patrick Surtain and all those guys, they're playing their asses off. It's just everybody else. It's not that type of team. Um, can I see them sneaking into the playoffs? Sure. Do I see them doing anything in the playoffs? Nah, probably not. What if they play Kansas City? I'll give them a shot. I'll give them a shot. I give them a shot. After that, nah, man, we're good. Oh man, we're not gonna go through that again. I don't want. I don't want to go through that. Oh yeah. Oh no, they only scored 42 this time. How terrible. Like, oh no, they only scored 42 points this game. How terrible of them. Yeah, but I got the Broncos in this one because of one reason. The defense, even though they are giving up a lot of yards on the ground and everything, I think what's going to happen, they're going to force CJ to throw the ball. And I think this is where the Denver secondary has to pick it up. And now here's the crazy thing. No team has given up more yards to tight ends this year than the Denver Broncos. So Dalton Schultz, if you got him in your bench or whatever, first of all, I don't know why you have him in your bench. I know last week was terrible, but prior to that, he's been doing great. He's been the security blanket for CJ Stroud. So, which is, how can I tell? How am I speaking on this? Because I got him and I've been playing him. And look at how happy I am. Look at me. Look at me. I am so ecstatic. I drafted Dalton Schultz and I've just had to use him. That's it. So, but I still believe the Broncos can win this, only because of the fact that I think their offense is just a little bit more advanced than Houston. Houston has the better quarterback, but the Broncos have the better offensive unit. I'm going to go with the Broncos on this one. And that's saying something, coming that CJ Stroud's the better is a rookie, and he's. But I'm not lying. It's like, dude, we've been trying to tell you guys this. Like, no, CJ Stroud's like the real deal. Like, why? What are you? What are we not thought? What are we not seeing?
You guys laughed at me, earlier this year when I said if Houston went to Kansas City, I would pick Houston. There's a reason why I said that.
Could you imagine if Houston goes into Kansas City and they dethrone the champs? Just imagine the hype of CJ Stroud this offseason where it's like, yeah, I want to play with him. Fuck yeah, I do. And so, that's going to be tough. But I got the Broncos in this one. Should be a good game. Should still be a good game. You got the Bucks over the Panthers, right? All right, cool. Do you have the Browns over the Rams?
Is Myles Garrett playing?
It looks like it.
Yeah, I got the Browns.
Okay, yeah, we're good then. Yeah, because I got nothing else for it. I mean, listen, Rams, great win. Good job. Like, we projected, me and my buddy here, me and Brandon, we said this is going to be a fight for, the number 2 pick, the number 1 pick. Arizona has the number 2 pick now. I don't give a crap if it is Thompson or if it's Joe Flacco. The problem is, I just think the defense is really just they're going to want to make up for what happened to Pittsburgh. And especially knowing that, Matthew Stafford is a statue and the Browns love those type of quarterbacks. Oh man, this is going to be great. Now let's move on to where everybody thinks is the game of the week, but I don't really see it like that. I see it as an important game, but probably not the game of the week. It is the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. The 49ers are looking alive again after having that 3-game stuttering. They look like they're back. Everybody's healthy. Everybody's happy. It's all kumbaya, my lord. Kumbaya. And the Eagles just find ways to fucking win. I don't know what it is, man. I really don't know what it is. The Eagles just find ways to win. That's what it is. So, Brandon, in this one, do you have the Niners or do you have the Eagles on this one? Okay.
I want people to really understand something and really understand this. The 49ers is putting a lot of stock into this game. Like, we are a better team. We're going to go out there and we're going to show everybody we're a better team. And you know what that makes me feel like? It sounds like Dallas earlier this season. They're playing 49ers. Doesn't it? Doesn't it feel like that? Like you're trying to prove you can beat this team. Just beat them. Like, I don't need to hear you speak on it 20 different fucking ways and we were better than last year. We're better than them. I need people to stop with this idea that San Francisco is just this great team. I saw San Francisco for 3 weeks when they didn't have Trent Williams and Debo Samuel. Just two people. That's very important. Two people. But two people. And they looked like a JV offense. Like they looked like they didn't know what the fuck they were doing. Like Brock Purdy looked like a last pick in that draft. Like that's what he is. Like I don't know why people keep acting like he's an MVP. No, he's the last pick of the draft. That's what he looks like. Don't get it twisted because now he's got two people back. No. Is Philly offense? Is Philly's defense better now? No, Philly's defense sucks. They're not as great as they were last year. I need to say that. But to sit up here and tell me that San Francisco 49ers is just going to run through Philly this Sunday, you are delusional as shit. I don't know why people have this idea in their heads that the San Francisco 49ers are now the better team because they just got healthy. I don't care they got healthy. One's got Jalen Hurts and the other one's got Brock Purdy. Yeah, I'm taking the one that got Jalen goddamn Hurts. Jalen Hurts is Patrick Mahomes of the NFC. I know people don't want to say that, but it's true. The man finds a way to win. This is Patrick Mahomes. People be pissing their legs, screaming, how great is he? Look at that deep ball on Patrick Mahomes. He still finds ways to win no matter what happens. Why is that not being said about Jalen Hurts? This man took his team to the Super Bowl last year. I'll play Patrick Mahomes for 2 straight games now. I've seen him play Patrick Mahomes 2 times now and has had better games than Patrick Mahomes. But nobody wants to admit it. Don't worry. I will. My brother Wine will. We will admit it. Jalen Hurts outplayed Patrick Mahomes twice.
It wasn't a fluke, guys. It was not a fluke.
In the Super Bowl, and even in Patrick Mahomes' own hometown, his own city, in his stadium, beat him. So I'm supposed to sit up here and say Brock Purdy's going to walk in Philly and beat Jalen Hurts?
I know what Kyle Shanahan is not going to do. He's not going to put a tight end on Hassan Reddick.
That shit ain't going to happen ever again. That shit ain't happening ever again.
So this game has a lot of emotions. There's a lot of emotional ties to this, right? Because I'm hearing it from all angles, dude. I'm hearing it from 49er fans, especially some of my family who are 49er fans. We're going to prove to the world that we are the best team in the NFC. Okay, cool. You've been saying that. And every year, it blows up in your face. Why does it blow up in your face? Tell me, why does it blow up in your face? I'll tell you why it blows up in your face. Because when you finally get to the competition of the same level as you, and when it comes down to a quarterback play, guess what? You have the second best quarterback all the fucking time. That's what it comes down to. Do I believe that the 49ers can come in to Philadelphia and beat the Eagles? Sure I do. Just not this time. Just not this time. If maybe by the gods of graces they had a Andrew Luck, a Joe Burrow, a caliber of that stature, a CJ Stroud, a Justin Fields, a Lamar Jackson, quarterbacks that they could have probably got, but Kyle Shanahan was too big for his own ego, then sure, I could believe it. I could totally believe it. That, yeah, you can go into Philly. Here's going to be the issue. It's not like the 49ers defense is that great either. Think about this. Who have you truly beaten? Who have you truly beaten? Now you can sit up there and be like, we have beaten this offensive juggernaut.
Why don't you tell people that? Don't you tell people the truth?
Like, tell me an offensive juggernaut that you have faced this year that says we could take on Philadelphia.
Why don't you give them facts? How dare you? How dare you spit the truth? How dare you?
Now, and I know people are going to come in here and be like, well, look how Philadelphia's offense looked against Buffalo. Yeah, in shitty conditions. You guys have had perfect conditions all year. And I hate to break it to you. It looks like it's going to be shitty conditions again in Philadelphia. And last time I remember, it was shitty conditions in Philadelphia last time too. And last I remember, they actually upgraded on key positions. So, that being said, do I think it's going to be a close game? Abso-freaking-lutely. As long as the 49ers are healthy. But I'm still going to have to go Philadelphia because here's the problem. They're at home.
You said something. You spoke facts. This is why we have this show. Because it's true. What the fuck is the 49ers playing?
Like, name me the last offensive juggernaut that you have faced.
I can easily tell you the last offensive juggernaut the San Francisco 49ers played. The Cincinnati Bengals. Joe Burrow had 4 incompletions. The entire game. The entire game. He had 4 incompletions. Nobody was hurt on defense. Nothing was wrong with the defense. Nothing was wrong with the defense. Joe Burrow just went 18 for 22 and had what, 2, 3, 4 touchdown passes in that game. Not a turnover in sight. The fuck is and I'm supposed to sit up here and say San Francisco's gonna beat Philly in the snow. Oh, good God. Oh, I love the media. They're so stupid.
That's going to be great. It's going to be great. I'm telling you. Is there a chance that the 49ers can win? Sure. Of course there is.
Sunday, anybody can beat anybody on a Sunday. I saw the Cardinals beat the Cowboys this year. Anything is possible. Anything is fucking possible. Just not this Sunday. Like, people need to also understand something. Jalen Hurts rarely loses to teams that are 500 or better. This man's like, what, 10-1? 11-1?
The man wins, and that's it. I mean,
the Bills were over 500 last week. Jalen Hurts played that game 2 for 7 with like 16 yards and a fumble. He scored the game-winning touchdown. What the fuck are we talking about? Like, why are people trying to make 49ers something they will never be? They're very high potent, really good, going to get to the NFC Championship game, but never win a Super Bowl team.
Until they realize they need the most important position.
Because they got Kyle Shanahan. You know, these teams are playing better than anybody. He can figure it out.
Could you imagine that's Kyle Shanahan's highlight? It's like your best quarterback your whole time as a head coach was Jimmy Garoppolo. It's gotta hurt his soul. And it took the Raiders literally 8 games to realize, yeah, he's not that good, bro.
Your best quarterback in your entire career as an offensive coordinator or head coach was Matt Ryan. That shit's gotta burn him up inside. That shit's gotta burn him up inside. Like, God damn it.
He's gotta live with that. He's got to live with that. So, it's gonna be great. It's going to be great. Next up, we have these Sunday night football matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs taking on the Green Bay Packers. The Chiefs got an important division win against the Las Vegas Raiders on Sunday, and the Packers got an important division matchup win on Thanksgiving. And I hope Packer fans now understand, because there was, throughout this whole last offseason, all I kept hearing was, he's never going to beat Aaron Rodgers. He's not even going to beat Brett Favre. You're right. He's a combination of both. He's a combination of both, folks. He's got a high completion percentage, and he's got the yards to go with the touchdowns. So he's a combination of both. So is it possible that the Packers could have possibly landed another all-pro quarterback? It's a possibility. I'm not saying it's there yet, but the fact is, I've been preaching this, and I've been saying this to Packer fans. You got to give him time. You have to give him time, and you have to see what he looks like. But now, everybody loves him. I love him because I've had him in my fantasy team this whole fucking year with Russell Wilson. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. I did start Russell to begin the year. Then there was a little time where I started Jordan, and then I went back to Russell, and I went back to Jordan Love last Thursday. So I'm very good about it. I am very happy that somehow those two quarterbacks have come through for me in the most important time for fantasy football. Thank the Lord. But Brandon, who do you got? Do you got the high-powered, looks like the new attitude Kansas City Chiefs, or do you have the Green Bay Packers? Oh, here we go. Oh shit.
Cool. Green Bay.
Oh, give it to me, man. Give it to me. Why do you have Green Bay?
Green Bay. I'm so happy Kansas City scored an offensive touchdown in the second half. I'm so happy. So people can shut the fuck up about Kansas City second half wars. I'm so happy. Rashad Gary's gonna eat. Like he's gonna meet Patrick Mahomes in the backfield. Patrick Mahomes don't have to do a goddamn thing. Just sit there and wait. It's coming. I don't care if Kansas City beat the Raiders. I don't care. What I do care about is the fact that people are that damn delusional to think that Kansas City is still some great team. I care about that. I think that's
Do you understand, Brandon? Our best pass rusher had a knee bigger than a hot air balloon, and he still got through that offensive line.
Green Bay, and I don't know because of the Chargers win or what, but they may be turning over a new leaf. And this is why I feel like we both have said for the last, I don't know, since the all season, just give the goddamn kid a chance. Like, let him play. Let's see what happens when he actually get healthy. Oh shit! Look at that. Green Bay's actually getting healthy. Who knew? When they actually get healthy, they might win some fucking games. Who knew that? Who knew that? Yeah. Who knew? You know. Who knew? Do I think Jordan Love is better than Patrick Mahomes? Hell no. Do I think Jordan Love could win a game against Patrick Mahomes? Yes. I think Patrick Mahomes can lose Jordan Love Sunday. And I think he will. As good as Kansas City. Looks Sunday. I got the entire game to just focus on the spots that you actually enjoy. Like, the first half was very telling of what Kansas City is. They don't know how to get people open. You were at the game. You can tell me how they looked in the first half compared to the second half.
It didn't look that good at first. And here's the thing that I said, and I was like, man, this would be a great day for Josh Jacobs to run the ball. And the second I said that, he breaks it for 60. I'm just like, yeah. You got blocked out by an offensive tackle that hasn't been on the team, that's been injured for 3 weeks. And your best pass rusher got blacked out by a rookie tight end. Other than that, I think you guys are in great shape when you guys have to meet teams that actually run the fucking football. You're fucked.
I think Kansas City, I think when people have this thought process in their head, as long as they got Patrick Mahomes, as long as they got Travis Kelce, as long as they got Andy Reid, they're okay. No. It just can't be that easy. Why do people always think...
I mean, don't get me wrong. They're good at what they do.
They're great at what they do. It's just like Travis Kelce is not separating from people like he used to. People are not realizing that. Like, he's not getting those easy-ass catches like he used to make. It's harder for him now. I don't know what is going on. Maybe his age is now showing up. I don't know. There's something going on. It ain't just his girlfriend. It's something in their football field. Like, it's something going on. And I think Kansas City, do I think Rashid Rice is the guy now? I don't know. But I also know teams that kind of backed off all of him. But as soon as teams start pressuring him and start hitting him at the line, yeah, that shit gonna end up real. They're gonna end fast. Like that speed shit, that's gonna end fast. As soon as teams start to press on him and get up on him, yeah, he's not gonna be doing all that. So in this week, he gets to play against Jameer Alexander. So good fucking luck. I can't wait to see how that's gonna look. That's gonna be bad. But I gotta agree with it.
This is actually a game where I was just like, man, I don't really know who to take because on one side, I like what the Packers are doing because, well, it's the Packers. I like what they're doing. They made the right decisions. They waited patiently. See, and here's the thing: people were ready to turn on Rashawn Gary after year one. Like Packer fans were ready to give up on him on year one.
I remember that.
This is the benefit of this is what happens when you have to wait and see how it is. Not everybody's going to come into the league and tear it up. There's only a very few instances that, okay, they can come into the league and tear it up. Sure, absolutely. But you have to wait and see. Do you think players like Rashawn Gary were overnight sensations? No. Do you think players like Max Crosby was an overnight sensation? No. It took a minute. It took a minute.
It took like 5 games.
It took a minute. He was not an overnight sensation. It took a minute. Like, he had a great rookie. He did okay his rookie year. Second year was kind of Since then, from third year on, he's been that dude. I thought it was like, okay, maybe it was just a flash in the pan, and that sucks. And there's very few times where players can come into the league and just dominate right away. Myles Garrett, Nick Bosa, Micah Parsons, very, very, very few. Sauce Gardner, very, very few. Just to name a few. Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, again, just to name a few. But this is what the draft is. It's not for drafting for now. It's for drafting. Can he develop into the player you want him to be? And he did. So kudos to him. When you look at the Kansas City Chiefs side, yeah, there's some things that are still a little scary. Like, hey, what the hell, man? Like, the hell? Like, what the fuck is this? Like, and it's a little scary. But I'm still going to go with the Chiefs, only for one reason only. I think Andy Reid, and this is really what it's going to come down to. Andy Reid is going to be able to call a better game than Matt LaFleur this Sunday. That's really what it's going to come down to. Is Andy Reid is just going to call a better game than Matt LaFleur. Because I don't think because see, the way Matt LaFleur is probably looking at this, he's looking at it as like, oh, this is Kansas City. This is the reigning Super Bowl champions. If we want to make a statement, we got to win this game. Kansas City is looking at it like, guys, we should be able to beat these guys, especially with the Ravens having a bye week. We did. Here's the thing. No team needs the home field advantage more than Kansas City.
Yeah.
Like, no team needs that shit more than Kansas City.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they need this one. And I think that's what is really going to happen. Andy Reid is going to put them in a position to not fuck up. Matt LaFleur, I think it's just the pressure is going to get to him too much, especially on prime time. So that's why I'm going to go Kansas City here. Not because of the players, even though I know Patrick Mahomes is a way better quarterback than Jordan Love. Even though I know Isaiah Pacheco right now is probably the best running backs on both sides of the fucking field right now. Could anything happen? Sure. It's just Andy Reid is going to put him in the best position to win. Matt LaFleur, I think, is going to get tied up too much into the moment. That's why I got.
I also feel like if Kansas City does this stupid shit that they do, and that is run in the first half and then forget to run the ball in the second half, it might be an easier game for Green Bay.
It could be. I mean,
you know what I'm talking about. You've seen Kansas City. They run in the first half and they just like act like they don't know how to run.
Yeah, it's very weird, and I don't get it. It's not like Isaiah Pacheco's not getting it done in the first half. He is, and then they just back off, and I'm like,
you know what it reminds me of? Chicago Bears offense. When they had Dan Montgomery, he was killing the first half, and in the second half, you're just not giving the ball. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Like, no, this is the time you want to run, to control the clock, to make the time their enemy. I don't get it. But I'm going to go with the Chiefs in this one. I'm going to go with the Chiefs on this one. And again, is it possible that the Packers can beat the Chiefs? Yeah, it's very possible. But do I expect it? Maybe not. Maybe not this time. Maybe not this time. But we'll see. And for Monday Night Football, we're going to end it up with the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. So yeah, no Joe Burrow equals no offense for the Bengals, and Jacksonville is, hey, it's Jacksonville. There's nothing much more I can say. I mean, because, yeah, they're winning, but it's like the 49ers. Name me the last best team you've beaten. And if you say Houston, it's be like, well, you split the series, so I'm happy.
I'll be like, exactly. Like, if you had to name Houston immediately, like, exactly. That's all I'm saying. Exactly.
Yeah, so what do you got in this one, Brandon? Do you got the Bengals or do you got the Jaguars?
I got the Jags because, like you just said, they have no Joe Burrow on the other side. This is Joe Burrow healthy playing Cincinnati by a landslide. Like, what are we talking about? But since he's not there, I got to give it to the Jags. This feels like a game that should have been flexed.
Immediately, the second Joe Burrow went down for the year, like immediately put something else on. Put the Broncos and Texans for all I care. Put the Eagles Niners. I know that would have gotten ratings. You could have easily fixed the Chiefs and Packers too. Like you could have put like the Broncos and Texans on Sunday Night Football, and you probably could have put the Niners and Eagles on Monday Night Football. I don't know. Like,
I mean, Detroit and the Saints were better. Maybe flex that, but like something. Like you cannot make us watch this fucking game. I'm getting to the point where I think I'm about to sue the NFL. This is bullshit. Like,
you're gonna make me watch this?
This is bullshit. Like this is like the third straight Monday night where I'm like, why am I watching this? Like, why is this on my TV? What is going on?
The fact that the Bears had so many primetime games and all single time they look terrible, it's just like.
Why did the Bears play so many times prime time? Why? Did they win like the lottery?
The schedule maker said, you know what? We're going to give Chicago all the primetime. No, and here's the crazy thing. New England still has primetime games this year. And I'm like, you're going to make me watch this? You're going to make me watch this?
I need to know what the end goal is.
What are you doing to me? Like what? Mac Jones miraculously beats the Kansas City Chiefs single-handedly? Like what's the deal here?
There's gotta be an end goal. Like this is ridiculous.
Are we all just really saying goodbye to Bill Belichick? So this is his tour or something? I'm like, what are we doing?
This is his trip.
Now, is it going to be like the Paul Pierce tour, or is it going to be like the Kobe Bryant tour? Like, I need to know. I need to know because. It is definitely. Ain't nobody like you like that. Like, damn. Yeah, no, I don't know what the end game is either for this, but I got the Jaguars too. Look, the Bengals defense can only do so much, right? They really try to get it out there, and it's just, man. It's like, I want Joe Burrow. We got a Joe Burrow at home, and it's Jake Browning. God, it's so disgusting. It's so disgusting. Like, it is so disgusting. Like, oh, you're ruining Jamar Chase. Like, oh, this is disgusting. Disgusting. Even T. Higgins is like, man, I think I got another concussion coming on.
Yeah, I'm not coming back to that shit. My knee still hurts.
My knee
hurts.
Hey. But it feels fine. Yeah, it hurts. It hurts. Like I don't know. It's just man. You want to talk about MVP? Like who's the most important player on your team? Joe Burrow, no Joe Burrow equals no team, no identity for the Cincinnati Bengals, man, like at all. So, yeah, give me the Jags on this one only because of the fact that Joe Burrow's not playing. That's it. That's literally it.
That is a damn shame that we literally both said since Joe Burrow was playing Cincinnati easy, but since he's not playing,
I mean, we took Joe Burrow over. Remember when they had to travel to Tennessee in that playoff game, and we said, "Look, man, whoever wins between the Raiders and the Bengals, we're gonna pick that team to beat the Titans anyway."
No shot.
Like we just like, do you think Tennessee has? No, we're done. We're done here, folks. We're done. Like, but what about Tennessee? What about them? Like, it's over. Like, it's over, folks. It's over. And they've never recovered since then. They've never recovered. They've never recovered since. Ah, terrible.
Maybe it's our fault, Mike Brave. I'm sorry, man. Maybe it's our fault. We made you have to deal with
this bullshit. This bullshit. And like, God, like, what happened to Tennessee? They never came back. Ah, good times. Good times. Like, we literally looked at each other and said, "Hey, man, do you have any shot at Tennessee?" No, we're good. Cincinnati's going to the AFC Championship game. We're done here. We're done. Ah, great times. Great times, man. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. But we'll see how that goes. But other than that, that is our weekly picks for week 13. We are done. Brandon, as always, man, it is nice to talk to you. It is nice to do the show with you. Everybody, thank you for tuning in on YouTube and Instagram Live. We will be back soon because I know we got some championship games. If anything, we'll probably be back Sunday when they're announcing the college football playoffs to see what happens, who's in, who's out. I know everybody's excited, so that's going to be fun. But until then, we will keep you guys updated. Until then, have a wonderful night, everybody. Please be safe out there and just try to stay warm during these holiday seasons. Until then, Brandon, thank you as always, my man. I shall see you next Wednesday, man. Take care. Peace.